Hi there, Whiskey Hobbit here, with a slightly different review. Today I'm going to be reviewing a whiskey that you can't really get much at all. It's Springbank 10-year-old Marrying Strength. This is a little bit of a different kind of bottle. So it is an exclusive bottle in which generally you can only get at the distillery. And I don't know how often it comes out. They've got different. I've seen different vintages from 2014 to 20 well to this year, but I don't think I've seen one for 2018 actually. But you see them popping up on auction sites, which is actually where I got this from. And I got this for about £55 from Scotch whisky auctions. Basically, because it just sounds very interesting. I've heard very good things about it. People who come into where I work have mentioned it to me and said, that's really good, get it. So yeah, I was quite pleased to manage to get one. I mean, they vary in price, and it's called Marrying Strength, and it's bottled at 49.5%. Now I can't remember exactly, but we kind of worked out what it meant, which is what I think it means is when they're marrying the whiskey for the 10-year-old, the standard 10-year-old, what they do is they put it into a marrying vat, so all the casks go in there, and then I assume because it's not cask strength, they then water it down in there, and then let the water and the whiskey all kind of accumulate, and then from there they then water it down a little bit further to 46%, and then release the 10-year-old. But this one, they haven't done that final process, so I assume they've siphoned off a little bit and bottled it. That's what I assume. I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of the impression I've got. But yeah, so it should be basically the 10-year-old, but a little bit more, a little bit more oomph. But yeah, sounds quite interesting. So on the nose. It does remind me very much of being in a distillery. It's very kind of a sweet yeastiness to it. Woodiness, definitely. And there is like an element of sweetness to it. It's just kind of chocolate nuttiness, just a hint. Kind of, yeah, but light, almost white chocolatey sweetness. So it reminds me of the 10 that I've tried, but it's just a little bit less in your face with all the different flavours going on. It's a little bit more kind of, I would say, straightforward. Not necessarily in a bad way, I don't know, I need to taste it. I've tasted it before and I liked it a lot, but this is the thing, I don't know which one I'm going to prefer because I haven't tried them almost side by side. I tried the other one yesterday, trying this one today. So yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to try it. Just seeing if I can get anything else. There is a slight sort of saline-y note coming through. You do get a little bit of smoke, just a little bit. I would say, yeah, really not much though. It's kind of a creamy smoke. It's not really there. That's surprisingly raisiny hazelnuts, and yeah, it's a lot juicier and richer than I was expecting it to be. Because it's got all the elements of a normal 10-year-old bourbony Springbank, but yeah, that's very kind of like dries the mouth as well. It's really good. I will say this does need a little bit of water. Yeah, I mean it's fine to drink, but I'm going to add a little bit of water to it, just because I think it needs it, personally. So with water, the nose is becoming a little bit more pineapple-y, sweet, kind of gentle. Still quite similar. It hasn't changed too much. I remember the other 10-year-old changed quite a bit with water. This one's, yeah. So it says this whiskey's been exclusively bottled for the Cadenhead Whisky Shop, Campbelltown, and uniquely bottled at Marion Strength. Just in case you're wondering what it says on the back. There you go. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to give this, to be honest. It's quite a quick review. I don't really need to go too far into it. I've talked about why I love Springbank in the previous video. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, it's my bottle of Springbank 10 on the shelf. It's a standard one. That's why I keep looking away. Weirdly, there's an element of kind of, I know this is going to sound stupid, but like sort of damp leatheriness to it. Just a little bit of damp leatheriness. Yeah, as though you've been wearing a nice jacket. You've gone outside and it's rained, but it smells nice. So it's yeah, quite nice. Yeah, it's it's still quite potent, but you get lovely lemony biscuitiness coming through. It's opened up really nicely. You get kind of almost it reminds me a little bit of Klein Leash with there's an element of waxiness to it. It kind of dries the mouth out. You're still getting those kind of plummy, raisiny fruitiness coming through, which I do really like about this whiskey. The smoke is still there. It's still quite dull and light and gentle, and it does change a little bit. Again, a bit like the other one, it does change a little bit once you're actually tasting it. It kind of goes through a plethora of different flavours quite quickly, but it does it, I would say, a little bit more organised and a little bit more. It's got more of a, feels like it's got more of a purpose with the flavours, whereas with the other one, it just kind of felt like I wasn't really sure where or why it suddenly kind of jumped around a little bit. I enjoyed it, but it was a little bit confusing. Yeah, this one seems. Ooh. There's a kind of a white winey character to it as well. At least on the nose, it's yeah, quite fresh. Yeah, a little bit grapey kind of. Yeah. This is a whiskey that I wouldn't normally recommend getting, because if you can get the 10 and you're not that bothered to try this one, just get the 10. It's really good. This is very good too, but it's just at that price point and unavailability, basically, where unless you're at the distillery and you happen to see it on the shelf, I wouldn't recommend getting it. I don't know how much they sell it for. I think it's about 50 quid, give or take, you know, around about that. I mean, the 12-year-old they do, which is available in very small amounts everywhere, that normally goes for about £50. So it'd be weird if they did a 10-year-old that's not even cask strength for more money than 50. So I think it's about 50 quid. Yeah, roughly. Oh, that's really nice. See, even now, having not tasted it for a while, I'm getting quite a nice sweetness to it. It's a nice, light, almost peachy fruitiness. It's very good, very good. I'm going to give it the same score I gave the other one. 93 out of 100. I think that might be a little bit high, but we'll see how it goes. It was anywhere between 91 and 93. but closer to 93 for me personally. I think it's just, I mean, value for money, and when it comes to something that's interesting and different, I think it's really, really good. Also, I am probably going to start doing little scorecards, just because that way people don't have to sit through my entire video and watch me ramble on about whiskey. I think that might be a bit easier. So there we go. Not sure what I'm going to review next. I'm going to have to look through my library of bits. But yeah, until then, thanks very much.